Hi all, I wanted to make a quick video regarding 10 points that will probably make anyone a good trader. These points are in general points that one should consider before starting trading or while one is trading. And these are points that are for people who are within the first 3 years of trading. Before I begin, I would just like to mention that this is an educational channel. All views expressed over here are only for education purposes. So please do not make or take any financial decisions based on the views expressed over here. Kindly consult your financial advisor before you take a financial decision. Also read the disclaimer below. With that said, let's proceed. So the first point that you can see on my screen is trading cannot be taught, it has to be learned. It is pretty self-explanatory. By this, what I mean is you can see a lot of videos and you can learn a lot of strategies, but till you don't physically do trading, you'll not get anywhere with it. You have to make those set of mistakes that all of us make. There's a time bound learning curve in trading, no matter how intelligent you are. Everybody goes through the process. Yes, by looking at some good videos with good advice, that learning process can be shortened, but it cannot be eradicated on the whole. Nobody can claim that they can make you an excellent trader within 3 months or 6 months. I think you become a fairly decent trader by the time you reach your third year. Prior to that, it's going to be a lot of trial and errors because everybody's situation is different. Everybody comes from a different background. So everybody needs to find a way to work with the markets that is suitable for them to try and make some money from the markets. So in general, trading cannot be taught, it has to be learned. You can take a lot of education from the web, from YouTube, from everywhere, but eventually you will have to get your hands dirty, and it's a time bound process. All right, let's go to the next point. Trading is 75% mindset and only 25% strategy. I think this also is pretty self explanatory. It involves a certain set of discipline. If you're not a person who's disciplined, or you at least don't have the mindset to become disciplined, then I think that trading is not going to take you anywhere, because you can learn all the strategies in the world, but if you don't have this discipline to implement it, you're not going to get anywhere. For example, I'll tell you a few things that I do. I don't trade for the first half an hour, no matter how good or bad the market is. I don't trade in the last half an hour, no matter how good or bad the market is. I also recommend that if you have one loss making trade in a day or two loss making trade in a day, you should stop trading, maybe maximum three. But by the time you're done with two, it should be pretty evident that that day is not going according to your plan. You're not in sync with the market. So these are kind of things that you have to, build a mindset and stick with it. It's not about learning too many strategies. It's about learning a strategy or two that works for you and then sticking with those strategies with discipline. All right. Number 3, everyone's risk appetite is different. Hence, one strategy cannot be applied to all. Again, pretty self explanatory. By this, what I mean is everybody's mindset, financial background, family background, temperamental, behavioral background, everything is different. For example, somebody may be very happy making $10 a day. At the same time, there may be another person who is not at all happy making $100 a day. There can be another person who is very unhappy making $1,000 a day. So it depends what your background is, what amount of capital you're trading with, what's your stop loss, what's your ideal stop loss. Somebody may get scared losing $10. Somebody may not get scared even losing $1,000 because he's paying with large numbers. So since everybody's risk appetite is different, everybody's capital is different, everybody's background is different, and everybody's needs from the market are different. So one strategy cannot be applied to everybody. You have to find from the different strategies that exist from different plan of actions that exist. You have to find something that works for you, something that fits your profile, something that fits your risk appetite, and something that makes you happy at the end of the day, the amount of profit that you are seeking. All right. Next, if you manage not to lose money for 6 months span, you are on your way to becoming successful. Again, self-explanatory. What I mean by this is, if you have a span of 6 months consecutively, that means for 6 months span, okay, from Jan to June, when you collect the data, and in that 6 months, if you have not lost money, that means you're on your way to becoming a successful trader. Now, it just can be that first 2 months you made money, second 2 months you lost money, and third 2 months you made money. That's fine. But at the end of 6 months, you should be profitable. All right. So if you have a 6 month span when you're profitable, at the end of the day, you made a profit in a 6 month span. I mean, don't come and tell me I made 1%, but at least a decent, percentage that you're yourself happy with. All right. It doesn't have to be too big. I mean, it's okay even if you break even, but you should not be making a loss. So at the end of 6 months, if you have not made a loss, you're on your way to becoming successful. Next point. The easier you can forget about losses, but not the lessons, the sooner you will get better at it. It's also good for your health. If you get depressed over your losses, trading is not for you. The sooner you realize it, the better. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. If you are a person who cannot forget about losses, then you should not be trading. Because no matter how good you are, profit and losses are part of the game. Nobody is 100% successful. You will have a string of losses. And if you're a person who can't get over losses, then trading is not for you. Because when you're a trader, you got to learn to live with losses. All right. And also, if you can't forget about losses, it's bad for your health. So don't do it. All right. If you're not able to take losses in your stride, trading is not for you. Stay away from it. It's not only good for your mental state, it's not even good for your health state. All right. Physical health state. Discipline has a higher weightage over intelligence in trading. It's of no use being very intelligent in trading if you're not disciplined. You will just keep repeating your mistakes. I think this is self-explanatory. So you can be a very intelligent person, but if you're not disciplined, if you don't follow a set of rules, if you don't implement a set of rules while you're trading, you're not going to get anywhere, because the system does not care, the market does not care how intelligent you are. You trying to prove your intelligence to the market is not going to take you anywhere. No one cares about how intelligent or dumb we are. At the end of the day, it's not about trying to prove anything to anybody. It's at the end of the day trying to make money. So, and you will only be able to make money in the markets if you are somewhat of a disciplined person. I mean, you don't have to be too disciplined, but you have to make a set of rules for yourself and then follow them. All right. Next point. Don't trade for thrills. It's guaranteed to kill. Self-explanatory. There can be people, and I've seen people who say, it's thrilling to trade. It's thrilling to see the bar going up and down. It's thrilling to see a green bar. It's thrilling to see a red bar. It's thrilling to see the profit and loss going up and down. For sure, it's thrilling. But if you're in it for the thrills, then it's guaranteed to kill. And at the end of 6 months, you'll realize you have incurred huge losses. All right. So don't be in trading for the thrills. Be in it to make a sensible amount of profit with a sensible amount of capital. It's a business at the end of the day. It's not a game, and it's not a sport. So don't expect thrills in it. I mean, sure, if it's thrilling, good for you if you enjoy thrills, but one should not be in trading for thrills. If you are in it for the thrills, it's guaranteed to kill. All right. Self-explanatory. Next. There's a thin line between trading and gambling. The sooner you realize the boundaries, the better it is. Again, very self-explanatory. There is a thin line between trading and gambling. You should know what trading is, and you should know what gambling is. Gambling is taking bets where your chances of winning are extremely less. Trading is again taking a bet, but it's a calculated bet, and you have over time decreased your chances of losing. You can still lose, but you have decreased your chances of losing because you have trained yourself and your eyes and your mind to read the charts in a certain way by which you are better than the remaining who are doing the same thing. Gambling or lottery is a separate thing. You get one winner out of a million. All right, but trading, you can be fairly consistent with your wins if you follow a set of trading principles that you've implemented on yourself. All right, so trading and gambling can look and feel very similar, but there's a difference between the two. Next, trading one instrument day in and day out is better than trying many instruments and getting nowhere. The more you get in sync with one instrument, the higher your chances of winning consistently. This is something which is very important. All right, you can't be trading Bitcoin one day and next day move on to stocks and then next day move on to futures and options and so on and so forth. If you want to do trading, I mean, you can sure experiment with all of them in the first 6 months, find what you like the best, but in time you should select an instrument that suits your temperament the best, your psyche the best, your way of analysis the best, and then stick with it, and you will find success. When I started trading, I only traded one particular share for the first 1 year, and then I achieved some level of success in that, and after that I moved on to another stock for the next 1 year, and I achieved some amount of success to that. After that, I got a little more overconfident and I went into futures, options, stocks altogether, and I lost a lot of money. So I've realized this by example on myself, that when I was doing only one thing at a time, day in and day out, I was good at it. But the moment I tried to confuse myself looking at 10 things at once, I got nowhere with any one of them. All right. So the idea is, if you want to make money day in and day out, choose whatever instrument you like. Suppose it's a stock that you want to follow, may say a Microsoft or say a Tesla, or say whatever it is. In India, it can be a TCS, it can be Tata Steel, it can be SAIL, whatever it is. Stick on one particular stock, spend time with it. Over time, you'll realize how that particular stock or instrument goes up and down, and you will get better at trading that particular instrument. All right, next point. And this is going to be the last point. So there are 3 points of wisdom I would like to end this video with. The first is, trade what you see, not what you think. By this, what I mean is, you should see the charts on screen and then trade. You should not think that, okay, I think this chart is going to go up or go down, and make futuristic predictions in your mind. You should trade on what you see and not what you think. Over time, you'll realize what I'm saying. Anybody who has traded for the last 2-3 years will realize what I'm saying. And if you're a beginner, you will also realize what I'm saying. So trade with what you see, not with what you think. Next point. Trade the market, not the forecast. Very self-explanatory, relates to the first point again. Trade the market and what you see in front of you, not somebody telling you a forecast or listening to the news channels and stuff like that, or your future prediction of a particular stock, it's going to rise or it's going to fall. Trade at the moment, trade with what you see. All right. So unless you want to be unless your whole style is very predictive and you are taking long-term bets, if you're a day trader, trade what you see. At the end of the day, wrap up your trades, don't carry anything forward. Pack your bags, make small amount of money, and you're out of the market. So this particularly is for day traders. Trade the market, not the forecast. The last point is, trading is about making money and nothing else. Very self-explanatory. Trading is just about making money and about nothing else. We just want to make money, some money at the end of the day. And it's not about proving how intelligent or how dumb you are. It's just about making money at the end of the day. All right. So I think the last point also is pretty self-explanatory. I'll end this video with that note. I'll see you in another video. If this video was helpful to you in any way, kindly like and subscribe to the channel, share it with your family and friends. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in another video. Take care. Bye-bye.